Good afternoon and thank you for joining me today. This is Matthew Lindsay with Precision Home Group here in Anchorage. Coming to you live every day to talk to you about real estate, life, and business. So today's topic, we're talking about real estate specifically, and we're talking about real estate investments. Are you investing too soon? That is a question that I pose to you. I want you to ask yourself and challenge the thinking, the ideas, and the things you have been told in the past and what you currently think. So what we're talking about is, like I said, investing too soon. So are you investing too soon? The question is a fourplex too soon? Is a duplex too soon? Is a single family home too soon? Before we can answer this question, we really have to dig down into what are your goals, what is your mission, and what are you trying to attain? Do you have a big goal? Do you have a big why? Do you have something overbearing that you are pointing yourself towards to that you're on mission to try to attain? Or is it open-ended? Is the goal or maybe the mission that you have just, hey, I want more properties, I want more in real estate, or I just want to be a real estate investor? If it's something like that, that's open-ended, it's not specific, and you can't specifically identify what that goal is, then some of these smaller deals may be what you're looking at and may be what you consider a great investment and idea. But what I'm challenging you to do is get specific with your goals. Get specific with what you're looking to do. If you want to be a real estate investor, okay, that's great, but how many units do you want? Do you want multifamily? Do you want commercial? Do you want retail space? What kind of real estate investors do you want to be? How much square footage do you want, or how many multifamily units do you want? Okay, now let's put some time to it. By what year do you want to own that square footage for that retail space, those multifamily units? How many do you want to own? Let's put some time and specifics to that. Once we start doing that, we can actually identify what it is that you need to do to attain that goal. We can put you on mission, on purpose for those goals, and now we can actually go out and build you a plan in doing that. So this is my challenge to you today is to, one, let's get you a specific goal for your real estate investments. Let's make it measurable, and let's build out a plan to get you there. So now we've gone from, hey, I want to be a real estate investor to, hey, I want to own 10,000 multifamily units, right? And now let's put a time on that mission, on that goal, so that by X year, you're going to own 10,000 units, right? So with that in mind, now we have a measurable goal. Is your investment too soon? And is it too small? Are you investing too small? Is your mind too focused on the little and the now versus the big and the goal? So if you're going after a fourplex today and you have big goals in the future, I challenge you, I know that you're investing too soon, and here's why. If you're looking at 4 units today here in Anchorage, you may spend anywhere from $400,000 to, I've seen new construction go $750,000, $800,000 for 4 units. Now, a lot of people getting into these multifamily, into these fourplexes are using residential loans, and they're using very little to zero down. So they're over leveraging themselves into this property. The rents are not there to cover that mortgage, that debt service 100%, right? So they're not there to cover that, or if they are, they're barely covering the debt service and expenses. You're still having to bring money to the table. And a lot of these people who are looking at these fourplex or triplex, duplex, any of these residential multifamily, or even some of these commercial multifamily units and buildings are not considering all things when they're investing into that. You have things like property management, and I have a lot of people saying, hey, I'm going to manage myself. I'm going to put my time, my energy into there, so it's not going to cost me anything. I believe that does cost you more than the money that you're saving, because now you're not being able to go produce in your work, in your job, or a secondary income. That time could be spent elsewhere producing more income, right? So, for example, a year ago, my goal was I'm going to buy a fourplex. I was super set in this. That was my thinking. It was small thinking back then. And then I realized, hey, I can control my income. I went out, I got a real estate job. And then I started my own real estate company to where I can go out, I can go produce more, I can help more people. So my time was more valuable than the little bit of money that I would make off of a fourplex, because I could use my time to go produce more in my work, in my business, in my job. Now I can set aside more money, produce more, save more, produce more, save more, produce more, save more. That's the pattern, right? Now once I have this money set aside, I can utilize that money to go invest in bigger buildings that produce more income, have more margins. Now I can afford a property management company. Now I can afford people to actually take care of that building, and it's not taking my time. My time is the most valuable thing, and so I don't want to be tied to this building where I have to go do all the work myself. So that's just one portion of this investing too soon theory, that time is more valuable to me than it would be the little bit of income I may see on a small investment. So if you want to know more about this topic, if you want to know more about these ideas, I love to teach you. I'd love to share those with you. I'll actually be teaching a class here this Friday, here in Anchorage, from 7 to 9 at Wealth Dynamics here in town. We'll drop the link below with information for that class. If you have any other questions, please direct message me, send me a text or call at 907-302-1011. Again, that's 907-302-1011. This has been Matthew Lindsay with Precision Home Group here in Anchorage. Thank you for joining me.